Okay, so today we're going to be installing OSP's new Gen 2 manual chain adjuster. As you can see, the new updates include a fully tapered rear pivot to reduce stress and fatigue on the stock aluminum piece. As you can see here on this sled has about 400 miles on it, and you can already see where the stock adjuster is wearing out the tang. We've seen instances of high mileage sleds where that is worn severely. So the new taper cuts down on that because it reduces the surface area that it's grabbing on. So it makes everything stronger, lasts longer. The adjuster is more sturdy on the taper because it's grabbing more of it. Barely even wiggle it. And you see, you want to make sure that it sticks through about that much, so that way the cover can come down and close on it. So the installation of the Gen 2 chain adjuster is the same as the Gen 1 ones, the same style kit, bolt through. This is our piece that went for the ratchet, so let's put that in. And we also give you a sharpened bolt to mark the center hole of your hole that you got to drill. And the key to doing this is you want to ensure that when you tighten your bolt, you're holding your piece in perfect position so as to give you a perfect center mark. And then you can just simply take and drill out a 3/8 hole in your case and install the threaded bolt with rubber washer first, and then flat washer, and then lock nut. And that'll just go through, push on the adjuster, and adjust the chain manually. Okay, so now with our chain case drilled and our piece installed, you want to ensure after you get the hole drilled that the piece is sitting down squarely. So basically, you need to take the bolt out, push in on the piece, and then start the bolt. If you can't start the bolt without it moving up, then you need to clearance the hole a little more back to allow it to set down. Because see, if this part here is sitting above this lip, then the chain case will leak oil when you go to tighten it up. So we got to ensure that this is sitting back flush and exposing that lip to be tightened. So now once we're happy that everything is flush and tight, like we are, we'll go ahead and install the chain adjuster. We'll ensure that it's sitting back enough. As you can see, it needs to be below the lip also to ensure the cover clears. Now before we slide the cover on, we're going to very carefully clearance on this piece right here with just a 90 sander or belt sander or whatever you have. You just got to take about 1/8 inch off of it just to ensure that it doesn't push up on the piece. Okay, so here you can see we rest it all in and tight. And as you can see now with the new adjuster, we have a lot more area to bump on the bolt. Therefore we can run a lot more different gear ratios. Where before we were limited into pretty close to stock range. Now you'll be able to run anything from stock to super geared up. You go 180 miles an hour if you want. So you also want to check, and you want to run your chain about that tight. Don't want to have it banjo tight. You want to have slight deflection in it, about like that, where it's taut, but you can still wiggle it. That's how I like to run them. Once your case is closed up, I like to take and loosen the adjuster and then wiggle the converter back and forth until I can feel chain slop, and then continue tightening the adjuster bolt until you can't feel the chain slop anymore in the converter. And then that's a really good way to get this about same tension here, because as you can see, there's hardly any chain slop in it. You can see it's just barely wiggling when I move it. And that's what we're looking for. So with all of that complete, everything down and our piece surfaced, we can go ahead and put our cover on, and our installation is complete of the OSP manual chain adjuster.